Hey y'all, I'm back again. I know y'all like, why the hell this dude keep coming on here making these damn videos? Like, he ain't got shit else to do. You right, I ain't got shit else to do right now because I'm on the West Coast. It's 11:41 p.m. right now, and it's Saturday night. I ain't got shit to do. I'm sipping and tipping. I ain't got shit to do, so I just said, like, let me just come on here and talk some more shit with y'all and just have just kiki and have fun. Anyway, so this video, I'm inspired to make this video a little bit because we just coming off of that Love and Life After Lockup review. See, child, Miss Tippin' slurring. Um, we just came off that Life After Lockup review, and I said, you know what? Because I've had this conversation a couple times with people that I know. Because when it comes to scenarios in this damn show, a lot of people like to say like, oh, like how can this person do that? How can he put up $50,000 bond for this girl? How can this girl, buy this and buy that for this guy, buy him clothes, send him money? Look, you gotta kind of understand the kind of person you're dealing with. I don't even think these people that like date people in jail are bad people either. I just think that they have like you kind of have to have already some sort of like self-esteem issue. I feel that might not be true. I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychologist. I cannot help you. I cannot diagnose you. I cannot medicate you. But I'm just saying, I do feel like you kind of already have to have like a self-esteem issue for you to really go on like a prison dating website anyway. Like going online dating, that's one thing. People do that all the time. There's nothing wrong with that. Online dating, Tinder, whatever you're into, Bumble, wherever they got now. Shit, they got so many. I don't even know anymore. They got so many, but I don't. There's nothing wrong with that. But I just feel like going like strictly for like an inmate. I just feel like you already kind of have to have like some sort of some shit with you for you to really think that that's gonna lead you into like happily ever after. I feel. I just don't feel like that's possible. But I mean, some people have made it work. But for you to even take that step, I feel like do you just wake up in the morning and be like, you know what I want to do? I want to date an inmate. Like, because here's the thing, I know people that have dated inmates, but I feel like the people that I know, and it's been several people that I know that have done this. Um, it's usually people that have dated these people before they were inmates. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like your baby daddy gets locked up, you stick by him. I've seen that happen. That's not new to me, especially in my, circle. I didn't want to put nobody on blast. I just say my circle. Uh, the sad part is there's been so many people in my circle that's done that. They don't know who I'm talking about because it ain't just one person. So even me just saying that don't even point nobody out. Um, I just feel like that's normal. Like people tend to stick by people through that a lot of times. But for you to like meet somebody already in there, it's just like I just scratch my chin. Like, what is this? What we doing? I mean, I know, it's slim pickings out there, and in some states they said it's like 5 women to every man, but I didn't think it was that bad. That you gotta date people with a convicted felons and whatnot. Hmm. What they gonna do for you? Nothing. Anyway, so when I watch this show, half the times I'm not even surprised that these women are doing the things that they're doing. And it's not just women, by the way, because obviously watching the show, there's men doing it too, right? We've seen Scott. We've seen what's the dude name that is dating Christiana John. We've seen Clint, Clint, and what's the girl's name? Tracy. They not no more, but Clint and Tracy. So it ain't just women. Clearly, okay. It is not just women. These dudes is on here looking for female inmates too. And when you catfishing people like Lizzie sending pictures. Y'all remember them poses Lizzie was doing? She was like this, doing all kind. I was just like, Lizzie, where is the guards at? Where's the correction officers at? Why you out here taking these damn glamour shots? Like, and child Lizzie said she conned dudes out $800,000. I said, Lizzie, child, Lizzie, if you wasn't so high on that stuff, you could have took that $800,000 and bought you a couple houses, cars, an Escalade. You know how us black folks do, honey. You could have got you a Charger. The Challenger. You know how we do. You can go to a Tahoe. Lizzie came out and had nothing to show for it. Lizzie, I'm disappointed in you. I really wish you just would have had never even mentioned the $800,000 because now I'm second guessing you. Like, what did you do with it? Child, drugs are a powerful thing. Mm-mm. You give me $800,000, the last thing I'm gonna buy is drugs. That's the last thing I'm gonna buy. I might buy a little liquor, but I ain't gonna buy no drugs. Um, I make that money work for me. So I feel like these people that date these people who are already incarcerated, like we shouldn't even be surprised with the stuff that they do because if you date somebody in prison intentionally, there's no limits to things you're gonna do for love. You know, I mean, remember that girl Cheryl? She was living in Colorado with Matt. What's his name? Was Matt? I think his name was Matt. The one that hurt. Remember his mom slapped her. She left her kids way back yonder in Texas. I think it was Texas where she left her kids at, and she was out there mad. And I was just like, "Girl, what kind of dick he had to make you leave all your kids in Texas with your parents, your elderly parents at that?" I remember her dad was like he was. Anyway, you left your kids with your parents while you was in Colorado getting slapped by his mom. I was just like, "Girl, y'all gotta do better. Y'all really gotta do better with this." You know, I'm just trying to think of like on this show, like how many people have done like just really ridiculous stuff for love. Angela was sending Tony hella money. I remember that. Lacey, Lacey ain't really did a lot while they were in prison. I don't think she went to visit and she was like writing them and talking to them. But I don't think Lacey really sent like a lot of money to any of these guys, like John and Shane. I don't think she really sent a lot of money to them. Marcelino, I don't know if he really sent money. I think he sent money to Brittany, but I don't think it was like a lot, like $800,000. I don't think it was that much. Clearly, Scott was really the biggest trick of them all. Scott and Lizzie, Scott just, I don't even know where Scott got that kind of money from. Because when you looked at Scott, you didn't think he had that kind of coin. But then again, I guess he did. I don't know. What's the other, oh, the other black dude? What's his name? Dang, Tyrese I think his name was Tyrese or Tyrese, but it's spelled Tyrice, not like Tr, not Yrese like the singer, but it's spelled different. I remember his, I remember his daughter, who's so beautiful, by the way. His daughter with the braids, she was so beautiful. His son was cute too. I remember his daughter was like, "She a sugar mama looking for a sugar daddy." It was so country, but she was right. She was absolutely right. And as soon as that girl got on that Greyhound, she ghosted him. As soon as she got on that Greyhound with his cash. Y'all remember Tyrese with the blue suit? Y'all remember him? They dragged a shot at him on social media about that blue suit. I didn't think it was that bad. It wasn't cute, but it wasn't that bad. I wouldn't have ghosted him. And Tyrese was kind of handsome. Like low key, Tyrese was kind of handsome. He wasn't he wasn't no regular degler schmegler. He looked good for his age, I thought. And she wasn't exactly no bathing beast. So she had a lot of girl. You had a lot of nerve ghosting Tyrese because low key, you said you had found somebody else, but you didn't show no picture of him. So I don't know if that was even true, girl. You know, I mean, Tyrese wasn't the youngest thing in the world, but honey, he was a match for you. It ain't like, girl, it ain't like he was way out of his league. The only person I thought was a little bit out of the league was Scott. I think Scott, it might have been somebody else too, but Scott for sure. Lizzie plays you, Scott. But like, I felt like when we saw Scott and we saw Lizzie, it became very apparent that there was some tricking going on. I was just like, Lizzie. When she got out, Lizzie actually looks a lot like her pictures. Like Lizzie wasn't really catfishing, to be real with you. She was sending glamour shots, but she pretty much looked like her pictures. And Lizzie was beautiful. Her daughter was beautiful too. Um, but Scott, I think, what's odd is I think Lizzie kind of did love Scott a little bit, but I think a lot of it was rooted in just the fact that he was always helping her. And I think she just felt very secure in that, and she really didn't want to let it go. When she found out he didn't really have no more coins, she was just like, "Girl, I'm out. I'm about to go work at the warehouse." Remember, she worked at that warehouse, driving that Mazda something. I don't know what that thing was. It was a Mazda something. He bought her. She was dogging him out, talking about what a liar he was while she was driving the car he bought her. I said, Lizzie, you got a lot of nerve. Some of these people got a lot of nerve. Speaking of nerve, that girl. Oh, and being out of people's league. What's her name? I think the other guy's name is Scott too. Scott and what's the other girl name with the daughter? Her daughter's name is Miley Grace. What is that girl name? Dang, I can't think of her name, but her daughter's name is Miley Grace, and y'all know exactly who I'm talking about. Scott with the lip. You couldn't have possibly thought she was into you like that. See, here's the thing, and I felt bad for him because I heard that story about his son that passed away, so I really felt bad for him. I was just like, oh, see, he's just trying to like fill a void, and he doesn't want to be alone. So I got a lot where he was coming from. I just think that he was looking for love in the wrong place. I really think that he could have found somebody that genuinely cared about him if he actually like just wasn't so like desperate at the time. I think he's trying to feel something. I think that he'll do anything and talk to anybody to do it, aka somebody in prison. So I just feel like he should have just slowed down and found somebody genuine. I don't know if he really has a business or not, or if he really has money or not, because judging by that truck that he was driving, I'm not convinced that he has money. But then again, remember when he thought she was getting out the first time, he booked a limo, a fancy dinner in the limo, dessert, that cake that the limo driver was eating at the end at the airport that's sitting outside. So I don't know. He might have a little bit of coin now I think about it, but maybe he's just frugal with his money. He don't really care for like material things. Because there are some people like that that really have a lot of money, but they're not really like materialistic. So they say the millionaire next door. The person living next door. You don't think they're a millionaire because they're very frugal and they're very cheap, but they're actually a millionaire. You never know. That really does happen. That might be him. Excuse me, but she's very out of his league. Now, when she got out, I will say she's got a little bit of child. I'm just going to say she crazy. In my opinion, to me, she seemed crazy. She's very like offbeat. Her six pack is missing a couple cans. That's all I'm saying. The way she was throwing stuff around his office, she set his computer on top of the truck while it was raining. I said, girl, you got the right one. You absolutely have the right one because the wrong one would have drugged you out the house by your hair. So he didn't do that. I don't think he gonna do that. But girl, you got the right one because, child, you got one time to touch my shit. That's all I'm telling you. That's all I'm telling you. He was sitting outside on a porch in a chair with a table in front of him. She flipped that table over while he was sitting there right in front of him. I said, you got the right one. I don't even know how you do it, Scott. I don't even know how you put up with her because I'm really trying to think of her name though. What is her name? I know her daughter's name is Miley Grace. I know her. Speaking of her lesbian girlfriend Tara Bell. What is her name? I'm sorry, I really can't think of her name, but y'all know exactly who I'm talking about. She crazy. She's absolutely crazy. And her mom didn't even check her. Her mom really wasn't even trying to say like, "Oh, don't, sweetie, don't put his stuff on outside in the rain like that. Don't trash his office like that." And I'm just like, "Girl, you trashing the very house that you live in. You trashing his house like you don't even live there." Like, I'm just like, he must gonna clean it up, I guess. Damn sure she ain't cleaning shit up. I would just had a He moved all the way over there, got that house for you guys. He's trying to renovate it. It's taking him forever, but he's trying to renovate it. He got your daughter her room together. And then she's talking about, oh, I'm not going. Why should I leave? He needs to leave. I'm thinking, really, why should you leave? Probably because you don't pay shit and he pays everything. And you ain't got no money and he does. So who's going to pay this mortgage? I don't know what to say about her. I told y'all her six pack is missing a couple cans. Anywho, moving on. So, like I was saying, because I just went on a rant, these people that date these women and men who are in prison, I just really honestly feel like they just they must have some sort of self-esteem issue. I can't diagnose them, but in my immediate like thought is that you know something has to happen for you to really think that that's the right approach for you to find happiness. And I just feel like and a couple of them have already said, not just one, but a couple of them have said, I felt more like I trusted them more when they were in prison because they couldn't go out and do this, they couldn't go out and do that, and I knew where they were. And I honestly feel like that is probably one of the most common reasons why they do this, because they don't really, the trust issues are kind of like, there's not a lot of them because like they can't go out, they can't really cheat on you. They can with the same sex in prison, I guess. But I mean, that's really the most of your worries. They can't really be texting other chicks and liking their pictures on Instagram because most of the times they don't have phones. Some do be having phones in jail. I'm saying, but most of them probably don't. So you probably don't have a lot of trust issues. But when they come out, it'll be a whole different story. When all these people come out, it's always been a whole different story, except for Brittany. Brittany, I feel like, is the exception to the rule. Brittany has been Brittany since day one. She's come out. She popped out a couple babies from Marcelino. She ain't been wilding out in Vegas. And she in Vegas, too. If there's ever a place to wild out, it's in Vegas. Brittany has not wild out, period, that we know of. But Brittany has kind of been the exception to the rule. But the rest of them, they just been wild. Like, this, what the fuck is going on with y'all? I don't know where y'all get this stuff from. But I'm going to just say this. Keep the show going because the show is entertaining as hell. But and they recruit more people because if you ever watch the end of the show, they always say, if you know somebody getting out of prison, if you watch the end of the show, there's like a recruitment message. Like if you date somebody in prison or getting out soon, call the number. Oh God, they recruit more people. I know people in prison, but I'm not dating them. However, for a check though, I might pretend that I am. Speaking of pretending, do y'all think Tara, um, what's her name? Christiana, the one I was just talking about in my review of the show. Do y'all think that was like staged, or do y'all really think that he messed around with her sister a little bit? In a way, I almost feel like it's a little bit staged because now that I think about it, they haven't even been on the show like pretty much a whole season almost. So like they dropped off a long time ago when she went back to jail. So I'm thinking like, are y'all doing this just to kind of have some sort of a storyline before she gets out? Because you really don't have much of a storyline if she's not here. So I'm thinking maybe they're just kind of doing it. I don't know. Like, do y'all think that's real? I hope that's not real. When I was watching, I didn't think it was fake when I watched it, but now that I really think back on it, I'm just like that might be fake, just to kind of have something to talk about because I know he has a history of it already. But I mean, her sister can't be that low down. But then again, she did tell Christiana that if she don't turn herself in, she will call the cops herself. So she did say that like 5, 7, 8 episodes ago. Sorry, y'all. No, but she did say that in the episode that she, Christiana didn't turn herself in. Remember, Christiana said, oh, "I don't want to turn myself in today. I want to wait till I think she said the weekend was over or something like that. She wants some time with John." And she said, "Okay, well, if you don't turn yourself in on such and such day, like I might call the cops myself." So I was, but then again, I was thinking maybe she was already up to something. Like maybe she was like, "Bitch, you need to go in so I can throw my ass at your man." Why you gone? I come to tell y'all something. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Child, I'd watch this show while I was locked up and come out and be like, this bitch is on my fucking list. I'd come out and drag her the first second I got. I would drag her. Now we can film the show. Sorry. I had to drag her first, but now that I drug her, now we can start the show. You just had me fucked up. Coming out the damn shower in a damn towel. Disrespectful ass shit. Anyway, y'all, this video already been like 20 minutes long, so like I said, this ain't really about nothing. Really, I'm just trying to pose the question. Like, would y'all ever date somebody locked up? Like not somebody that was out. Y'all was already together. They got locked up, so you trying to do the bid with them. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about would y'all literally go on a prison pen pal website and find a female, find a male companion, and fall in love, send them money, send them phones. Cause y'all remember Scott said he sent Lindsay a couple phones. That's probably why she got more time. Um, I mean, would y'all do that? Child. I don't know if I ever been that desperate. That's a desperate that I never really felt. Because I didn't even know pen pal websites even existed like that. I mean, I know pen pal. You know, we like when you was. I'm showing my age right now because you know when you was back in school, elementary school a long time ago. You know how you would have a pen pal from like another state or something like that. I remember that, but not no prison pen pal. It was never no prison pen pal. I don't need a prison pen pal because, child, let me tell you something. My family, if you want a prison pen pal, I got about 5 names. I can name off names right now. Give you their booking number, their bunk number, their facility number. If you want a pen pal, child, anything to get them off my back. Anyway, yeah. Oh, y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if y'all would date somebody in prison. Let me know if y'all did somebody in prison and went to one of the websites. What the hell was y'all thinking? Let me know that too, because I want to know. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. I promise I'm going to post some more videos tonight. I promise. Goodbye.